Hello, hello, hello. Jill's gonna join. This should be going. Cosmo, get out of my chair, buddy. That's not your chair. Oh. Jill was working on something. She's gonna join in a couple minutes. You guys can let me know how the audio is and everything. I hope you're doing well tonight. Gervaris, nice to see you. Sleepy, nice to see you as well. I did not need to poop. Not today. Not today, Ian. I pooped an hour ago. Pooped an hour ago, so we are doing okay. But nice to see you, Gervaris. Nice to see you, Riot. Hello, Dang. How you doing? Mr. Username is here. Sleepy, I can't do that on stream. It's going to require some massive donations. Going to require some massive donations for me to do anything like that. Gillzone, how's it going? So, guys, I'm just basically hanging out. I'm just talking to chat the best I can. Because I'm going to go back and forth with playing. And I guess, so I looked at this. I have the platinum on this game. Normally, I would play, do gameplay videos on Degenerate Plays, which is my other channel where I, do Let's Plays and stuff, which does not get enough views. So if you guys want to check that out, please do. But last time I streamed on there, nobody saw it. They didn't send out notifications, nothing really. Everybody, saw it after the stream ended. So, trying it on this channel today. Just gonna play around. I didn't do all of these DLC challenges. Let's see. You have to go. That's right. They changed this for the PS5. Oh, that's Metal Gear Solid 2. So I was just gonna work on some of these while we hang out here and talk. If I can find Return to Arkham, which is not a version of this game that I really even like that much compared to the original. I'm just playing it because I have this weird OCD thing with trying to finish these games. So I thought I'd work a little bit on the Catwoman stuff and maybe some of these other characters, because I guess I just did the Batman stuff, basically. I didn't really do the DLC stuff on the Return to Arkham Collection for whatever reason. Hey, Django, how's it going? Riot, I appreciate it. I try and be trustworthy. Yeah, Clips, I want to Let's Play Arkham Knight eventually on my other channel, but honestly, my older Arkham, it keeps switching my chat filter. Sorry about that. So I haven't seen everybody's messages. I had to switch it back. I don't really do cam though for these. I don't really like it for live streams unless I'm just hanging out with you guys. It's weird on the Elgato too. So, all right. Usually somebody else is here with me, so it's a little easier to read the chat while I play this, but since Jill's working on something, I have to wait a few minutes. And once I actually start playing the game, you guys can tell me if you can't hear the game. I agree, Arkham games are a bit of a pain to platinum. Commando, my holidays were good. How was your guys? How was your guys's? I can barely hear the game on my headphones. But it's weird because when I stream it to you guys, so I use Elgato HD60 for streaming, which is older software. But when I use Elgato 4K,
any of you have
it just doesn't.
Scratching.
The streams are weird. I don't really trust the 4K software because for some reason with the PS5 it cuts out sometimes. So it's one thing if I'm doing a, Let's Play part. It's another thing because I can edit those. I can't edit a stream. If it just cuts out in the middle of the stream's done. Then the stream is over, and it just completely ends. So I just don't trust it. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat, Sleepy. I really appreciate it. That's not quite enough. We gotta hit a massive goal. We gotta hit a massive goal. If I'm spitting on anybody, I wish I could do the Belle Delphine method though and just sell bathwater. Okay, they just decided to not hit me, I guess. So if you guys ever want to buy my bathwater, let me know because I am a poor man suffering in poverty with no marketable skills. Alright. And I will be answering your guys' chats. It's just since I'm the only one here right now, I figured you don't want to watch a loading screen the whole time. And I'm out of practice, so be nice to me. Please. I'm playing in 30 FPS on a remaster, and I'm out of practice. So it's not going to be the best gameplay ever. Shine, Ultimate Spider-Man is going to be fire. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. Commando, it's going to start... The OnlyFans, I honestly think it should happen. I can't afford to live. I've got to do it. But how many of you guys would buy it? That's the question. Alright. I am going to ask you something in a minute here when I finish this round, which is important before I forget. And I know I'm not the most entertaining MF out there when it comes to single-person live streams. I'm doing my best. I mean, I usually have like Nate or someone to bounce off of. Also, T's coming back for a couple videos very soon. We actually recorded a couple of videos on cut content in the Arkham series, which I'm very excited to share with you guys. I think the first one is going to come out next week. So, we will see about that. But I'm excited to share that with you guys. Okay, before I keep going, can you guys hear the game? Do you guys hear the game? Because I can barely hear the game.
You wouldn't hit a girl.
Mr. Squid, thank you. I appreciate that. I will play as badly as I want, because I do suck. Citherin, I think that the hardest platinum in the Batman Arkham series is Origins, because it's now unobtainable, because they shut off the multiplayer. It's, you can't do it now. Like, it's not even there. Game sounds good to you guys? You can hear it? Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. Trickster, what'd you get banned for? What did you do in the Discord server? How do you even get banned from the Discord server? It's like the most chill, like, do whatever you want server of all time as long as you're not being an ass. Like, what did you even do? Dravaris, I appreciate the support. Okay, so you guys can hear the game. Good. It's not too loud. Good. Because to me, in my headphones, I can't hear it at all. But I think I need to just turn up my headphones for me. Sounds like a me problem. Oh, Origins is fun. I think Origins is a great game. But my problem with Origins is that they shut down the multiplayer. Because, like, God forbid people are having fun on a WB game that's not the newest thing that they can't make $1 billion off of right now. So they shut that down, you know, like, and made it completely so people couldn't. Okay, well, that was a whoops. I told you guys this is not going to be perfect. Please be nice to me. They completely shut it down now. So if you want to get the platinum, you have to hack it. Like, that's just how it is. Like, you straight up, you have to hack the game, which you can do. Like, it's not undoable. I am playing like crap. See, this is why I wish Jill would get her butt up here and help with the chat, because I cannot entertain you guys and play something like this at the same time without somebody else. I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I'm too much of a casual. If anyone sends super chats, which I really do appreciate, and to be honest, kind of need at some point to figure out a way to stream a little more and hopefully get my channel cooking a little bit more, I will read those kinds of things. But if I don't read it immediately, it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's because I'm trying to not completely embarrass myself on here. The goal is really just to get the 3 stars. I would love to do better than that, but we're asking a lot out of me today, it seems like, since I dropped like 3 combos in this one final thing. Ugh, this is rough. Rough. Favorite Batman arc in the comics from David. So in recent years, and I know this isn't that recent, but probably the New 52. So I know the Court of Owls storyline is like everybody's go-to, like from modern comics. Like when people say like, what's your favorite Batman? They'd be like, Court of Owls. I think that was great. It's one of mine. But personally, I think my favorite is probably, like, if I'm going for something that's not, like, the thing everyone picks, like Nightfall, or Court of Owls, or City of Owls, or something. Batman Zero Year, I thought was amazing. Like, everybody talks about Batman Year One from Frank Miller, which I think is great. But Zero Year is kind of a different spin on that. It gets into some of that stuff with the Red Hood gang. It gets into some of the stuff with Gotham City early on with Batman. I absolutely love it. I thought it was great. It's definitely worth your time to read if you guys want to. For my favorite Batman suit of all time, I don't really know. I don't really know. I love a lot of them. There was one in Batman Rebirth that was really good. It was like Batman Rebirth near the beginning, and I thought it was awesome. And I believe the cape had a little bit of color in it, like a little bit of purple on the inside, and the suit itself had it had like a yellowish orange outline around the bat, which I thought was cool. I really like that. Batman Beyond is awesome though. The Batman Beyond suits are all awesome. Mr. Squid, by the way, I want to tell you, Titanfall 2 is a fantastic game that I'm horrifically bad at. So I love the campaign. And then when it comes to the multiplayer, I suck. I'm horrid. But it's awesome. And you guys have no idea. I have like an irrational hatred of Apex Legends. And here's why. Let me just explain why. I do have a rationale to it. But I also know that it's unfair. I completely get that. Apex Legends, I know a lot of people love it. They're like, oh, this is a great game. Battle Royale or whatever. It's, you know, a lot of people swear by it. They like it even more than Fortnite and all these games. And I absolutely think it's better than Warzone in terms of being a complete game. But when it comes down to it, Apex is the reason that Titanfall is dead. Like, Titanfall got killed because EA decided, hey, what if we just massacre Titanfall by putting it out in the middle of like this absolute shitstorm of shooter games when it's going to do bad. It's going to be sandwiched by like COD. It's going to be sandwiched by, you know, like all these games. Even I think a Battlefield game came out from them at the time. And they were like, hey, so how about we release Titanfall at the same time as all these games? And they're like, whoa, Titanfall did bad? I can't believe it. What the hell? What happened? And it's like, yeah, because you sent it out to die. You sent the game out to the front lines to be murdered in like a huge release wave of shooters. And it was a game that, you know, like, it had a lot to prove. Like, the original Titanfall made a lot of mistakes. It did. It made a ton of mistakes with, like, being content barren, being this game that I would say was basically just like this online only I don't know what you'd say about it. Like, it didn't have enough to it to be like a full game. Damn, that sucked. And so instead of fixing it, you know, like by releasing Titanfall 2 and putting a ton of marketing into it, what did they do? They released Titanfall 2 in a wave of other games, and then it did terrible, and then they acted shocked Pikachu face about it, and then they never released another Titanfall game. And then they cashed in on Apex. They were like, oh, well, what if we make Apex, you know, into, like, what if we turn Titanfall's world into, like, Warzone? And, like, yeah, it's a good game, but it makes me so mad because they just straight up murdered it. They literally killed Titanfall. It was so good. It was such a great game. And Titanfall 2 has an amazing campaign. It might be one of the most fun times I've had in a modern shooter campaign.
Hello.
Hi, Jill. I'm glad you're here.
I had to poop.
Yeah, we all saw. We watched. The
No,
stream.
you didn't.
The stream was actually that.
In the bathroom?
Yeah, the hidden cameras in the bathroom.
Was
were
there a
gone.
smell receptor so you could smell the poop too?
No, we were pulling like a Dr. Disrespect thing where we could have gotten banned from bathroom streaming or whatever.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, I was watching the stream though, and I only saw Arkham gameplay.
Well, you were watching a different stream.
Oh, okay.
Rourke, I'd actually love to play through the Titanfall 2, like the campaign at some point over on my other channel. Which, if you guys have not seen, Jill is going to post 2 links in the description. Or, sorry, not in the description, in the chat.
Okay.
One is to Degenerate Plays. That's my Let's Play channel where I play through a lot of games. So if you guys don't follow that, I appreciate you checking it out. The other one is I actually started a new channel recently, which is JayRPG, which I know some of you will not care about, and it's not going to hurt my feelings. But
It does hurt his feelings.
I do think more people would be interested in it than checked it out.
Oops. Sorry.
Jill's like streaming her like PH Orange YouTube ads here for some reason while we're trying to stream.
Okay, I sent the Degenerate Plays link. Now I'm going to send the other one.
So JRPG is another channel. It's like a sub channel where I'm trying to grow a different audience too of people that like role-playing games. You know, so things like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, you know, stuff like that. Even some lesser known stuff people don't really talk about anymore, like Fable. I'd like to make some videos on. Oh, I forgot you could do that move. That's one of my favorite moves is Catwoman. That whip.
Oh, I like that too. I wish you'd do that to me.
Me too.
That would be high.
Catwoman's whip, I don't know. I feel like I don't think I could do the whip.
Okay.
Like be on the receiving end of it.
So here's the other link for everybody in the chat.
So I don't want you guys to sub to these channels if you're not interested in them. And if you're not interested in them, you don't have to tell me. Don't hurt my feelings. But, you know, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, it does help me out. I appreciate you checking out those videos. They're both a lot smaller of channels. Never noticed all the skulls there on the ground. So that kind of stuff helps me out a lot if you guys, you know, check that kind of thing out. I appreciate it. I'm really bad at dealing with these huge guys. The Titan Brute guy. Okay, well, I just got clocked in the back of the head. Jill, did you see how bad I was doing?
I'm sorry. I thought you were doing fine.
Yeah, only because you're bad at the games, too.
I'm not good. That's why I don't show myself playing on this channel.
I wish T was here, because T is amazing at these games.
Well, we should have streamed yesterday when he was over.
We didn't have time. We kept talking about politics and all kinds of random stuff at the dinner table.
Riot 2000 wants to know how badly you think Suicide Squad's gonna fail. He thinks it will be dead in a month after it comes out.
I don't know. James Gunn said that it's not, that they're not planning for that to be the last Arkhamverse game. But, I don't know, because also James Gunn said that people aren't going to get more than one role in the DC universe, and I think that's already changed for certain people. Like, I feel like James Gunn just kind of doesn't lie, but, like, says what he's thinking at the time, and it's subject to change. You know what I mean? Like, because it's...
I think if the game doesn't do well, they're not going to do another.
Well, yeah, of course, but I just don't know what's going to happen with it, because it's looking like you guys know I can't talk about a lot of that leak situation stuff very much. It technically, legally would fall, I believe, under fair use, but WB doesn't care. They still take those kinds of videos down. The fair use stuff doesn't mean anything to these companies unless you sue them. So my personal opinion is that even though that should be on the table for us to talk about, I can't really, because I don't want to get strikes on my channel. And I've seen that happen to other YouTubers recently. But I think a lot of stuff was taken out of context.
Degenerate Jay scared of WB?
No, I just don't want to lose my entire livelihood or what's left of it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Because it's just kind of dumb how it works. Because they can just strike you for whatever they want. I don't know. Shine, you deleted Discord, or you deleted Twitter. I totally get it. Yeah, I don't know about dying off in a month. That's a bit much because it's DC. You know, like, this is a comic book property.
Yeah, but look what happened with Avengers.
That's true.
I know that's not DC, but still.
But people still play Avengers, even now.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't.
No, you're absolutely right, but Avengers launched terribly.
But you have my drink.
So I think that if the game launches competently, it's going to be a totally different discussion. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, even if games as a service is not really for me, outside of a couple of exceptions.
Yeah, there's only like a few games that I like that are games as a service. And the fact that I like them actually pains me because I know they'll get rid of it at some point, you know?
The Last Resident sent a super chat. Thank you so much, saying, I just got into Assassin's Creed and I've been binge watching your videos on the franchise. Huge fan. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. There's a new Assassin's Creed video soon. I believe this next week. So tomorrow, sorry, if I cough a little bit, I try and do it away from the mic. We just had the flu. So we're kind of dying a little bit.
I don't know why, but I'm feeling a lot better with my cough today. It's been
Mine's
really...
worse.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been really bad because I have asthma, which is a made-up disease for fat people, according to my gym teacher in, 7th grade? So shout out to her.
Yeah, that was really douchey. I don't know. What was I talking about before that?
You were talking about that person's super chat.
Oh, yeah. So thank you very much, first off. And also, I wanted to say that there will be a new Assassin's Creed video soon. Tomorrow, though, guys, I am putting up my video on my Game of the Year. So, which you probably can guess what it is because I made a few videos, but I'm not even telling you here. But my Game of the Year video is going up tomorrow.
I'm really excited about it because I think it also is my Game of the Year.
Oh, okay, well, make it about you.
Yes, well.
No, so that'll go up tomorrow. I'm hoping people will check that out. A lot of my notifications and stuff are not going out to people. It's been a bit of a rough couple of months.
Oh, I wanted to talk about how my favorite husband, not you, a different one, got me Hogwarts Legacy for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
So now I can become my true transphobic self.
I was going to say your transphobic husband, because, like, if you buy that game, you're a piece of shit.
Obviously, yes.
To be fair, I bought it on sale, basically secondhand, so Just Kidding Rowling did not get my money.
So you didn't buy it full price for me to really support the transphobes?
No, I don't support any group.
That makes
Positive
sense.
or negative. I actually am an equal opportunity hater.
An equal opportunity hater, huh?
Yeah, I hate everybody.
That makes sense. I feel like that's also Nate. Nate hates everyone.
I hate these people who pick up the boxes. It's so annoying.
Well, you do hate everyone, so it makes sense that you'd hate them too.
What was that?
I don't know. I can't speak today.
That's okay. I can't either. I can only stream for so long because I'm still getting my voice back. Hey, a super chat from Sleepy. Thank you so much. Jay, please spit in my mouth. We're gonna have to rack that up to like $100. I'm sorry.
Oh, Sleepy, you had asked in the Discord on Christmas.
Sorry, guys.
If Nate would wish you Merry Christmas, and I got him to wish Merry Christmas in the chat. I don't know if you saw it, but I wanted you to know, even if you weren't there, that did happen.
So basically, you're saying Sleepy owes you money for getting Nate to show up.
Yes.
Got it. Like protection money.
It was not easy to get Nate to show up. I tell you what, I had to text him, and then he answered 12 hours later.
You know, isn't it nice that gangs do protection? You know what I mean? Like, that you pay them money and they protect your business.
That makes sense, yeah.
I don't know, I think that's pretty cool.
We should find a nice gang to protect us.
We should.
They could buy my jewelry.
Like the Injustice gang.
A lot of gangs have, like, pierced ears, right? They could buy some earrings.
Yeah, I suppose it depends on the dress code.
And some necklaces. Oh, the dress code doesn't matter. If I'm paying them, they're gonna wear my jewelry.
Well, okay, fair enough. Sorry about that.
I may as well be the gang boss.
Yeah, absolutely, you're right.
I could get a cool tattoo.
What was that show a few years ago about the mob bosses, and it had that really hot redhead MILF on it?
Oh, the one that played in that 70s show, or no?
I don't... No, that was Orange is the New Black, and that was like a lesbian romance in prison type thing.
I liked that hot chick, though.
I always forget her name.
Me too, I forgot her name too, but...
Laura Prepon.
Yeah, that's it. She played Donna in that 70s show, and I always thought she was so hot.
Me humiliate
Slytherin, you guys don't count as the gang because we're all poor together. We need a gang that's, like, rich. Commando, don't reveal the game of the year. You be quiet over there.
Sleepy says he only has $30 left.
Well, he better start working then.
You better start working, Sleepy.
Oh, jeez, I just got smoked. That sucks. I was doing so well, too. I was doing so well, guys. Luckily, we don't have, like, a judgmental challenge run community. Otherwise, I would be, like, ostracized immediately.
Uh-oh, somebody in the chat might have guessed your game of the year.
I saw. I didn't say anything. Remember, I said don't say nothing.
Well, I didn't say what it was. I just said they might have guessed it.
My true game of the year is actually just a hentai game. That I got on Steam for, like, $10.
Yeah, nice.
Actually, I bought a bundle of games recently, which I think 3 of them were hentai games, and I cannot play them on this channel or any channel.
I really want to do, at some point, the thing that PewDiePie used to do, where he would do 5 random games on Steam and play some of them for a little bit, and then, like, do his thoughts on them. I thought that was so fun.
I want to do that thing PewDiePie used to do where he made $1 billion.
Well, keep dreaming.
Oh, sorry, okay.
But
I hate these guys with the one arm because I'm an equal opportunity hater. Not because they have one arm.
that makes sense.
Definitely
yeah.
not that.
Hey, wait a minute. Is that the lizard?
Why? Because he always one arm?
Yeah,
The symbiote took it.
that's true.
Oh, no! Okay, well, that was bad.
Oh my.
Okay, well, we can chalk this up to this guy's a white supremacist. Look at his haircut.
He does. I mean, look at his tattoo as well. That feels white supremacist-y to me.
Okay, why am I doing so bad? Come on, this is painfully
Wait,
bad.
are you saying that every bald guy is a white supremacist?
Or is going through treatment, or is Caillou all grown up? What if that guy's Caillou?
Oh, Caillou.
Hey, we got a super chat from, I always mispronounce these names. I'm
Dag
so sorry.
Hagenmark.
That's not his name. I bet it's Hagemark.
Dage Hagemark.
We are so bad at names. I'm so sorry.
He gave us
Say
super
economic
extreme
cool bucks.
cock coins.
Cool bucks.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate. Saying, will you play the Telltale Batman games? I'd like to. I would like to, I would actually like to Let's Play those. My problem with the Telltale games is there's so much talking. Which is also my problem with Spider-Man 2. We've been trying to Let's Play it. And every other second you go to breathe, Peter's like, blah, 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 blah. He's calling someone on the phone or someone's talking to him on a podcast. It's like, there is never a moment where someone's not talking, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which, hey, there's nothing wrong with that as a game, but it's hard to...
It's hard to Let's Play.
Yeah.
It also feels like there's more talking in that game than all the other games.
I actually think the amount... We're going to just restart this because I'm just feeling bad. I actually think the amount of talking in Spider-Man 2 is a little inorganic. I think there's, like, way more than in the previous games. Like, it feels like they didn't have enough time to get through their narrative beats, so they have someone talking every second to try and exposition you.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like that?
I think so, yeah. I did want to mention for the Batman Telltale game, that's kind of why I feel like it would be hard to Let's Play that, because it just feel like we're talking through the movie. You know, because it's just basically an interactive movie at that point.
Whoa, we got a Telltale hater here.
Well, I'm not trying to be a hater.
Huh?
I like Telltale games, but I prefer to play them on the couch with you, just with ourselves, you know, having fun together.
Well, nobody's asking you to play like 12 playthroughs of it. I think getting through one playthrough of 2 seasons of Batman would not be that hard.
We could try it.
I think it would just be something that we'd have to spread out, because I think you get annoyed when you're trying to talk about something and then the game is getting to really important dialogue and then you just have to be quiet.
Yeah, I got anger issues, okay? We were halfway through The Walking Dead Season 2, and then we never finished it.
Oh, we were?
Yeah, remember?
I don't.
Yeah, we were at that part where we're escaping from that facility.
Whoa,
with
you're
that guy.
spoiling this 35-year-old game for people.
We were at the part where we were at that facility. Remember that guy who, like, hit children, who was mean?
Oh, Carver.
Yeah, we
He's
were
a
escaping
dick.
from there, and then...
Diet Negan is what I call him.
That stupid girl that we don't like, who's, like, supposedly our friend.
Bonnie or whatever?
I don't remember her name. Her dad died, and then she, like, ran off into the zombies, and then we stopped playing.
Yeah, the acoustic girl.
Yeah, I don't remember her name, but
I could say that.
like
I have
her.
it too. Come on.
Really funny. And the reason I didn't like her is because I kind of thought she was just a fucking idiot. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but you're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. I know it's horribly sad to watch your dad die. It is horrific and traumatic.
Wow.
But why? Why would you think, yes, my dad's dying, I will go run into the zombies as well and put the entire rest of the group at risk?
Because she's not thinking, because her parents didn't prepare her. That's the whole point. It's like kind of a narrative, cautionary tale type take on like overprotecting your kids.
That makes sense.
Because they didn't prepare her at all for the real world, and then the world ended. So she was not only unprepared for normal life, she was unprepared for anything beyond that.
And then they just kept her sheltered inside the house, and they assumed that they'd live forever, I guess. But like, I don't know what they were thinking, because.
But yeah, I think Liz is right. I think she has like a mental illness. Like,
really?
I think she straight up has like. This is gonna sound mean. I think she has like severe autism. Like, I don't know if you'd call that a mental illness, because like I have a little bit of autism, but mine's not very bad, like not very prominent. But I think she has like just straight up personality affecting, very heavy on the spectrum like issues.
Yeah.
Like she is the kind of girl who would in real life, you know, not like need a PCA like that point, but like I think she would need like socialization classes, like that kind of thing. Like, she would have needed extra resources, was the nice way to say it.
Well, you know, and there's nothing wrong with being like that. It just really annoyed me that she was like so willing to
die.
Yeah, and throw out everybody else's life, because gosh, I don't know why I'm forgetting her name. Clementine. Clementine's basically like running after her, and we didn't play after that part. But I feel like Clementine's gonna borderline get herself killed trying to save this chick.
Hey, we got a super chat from OG Edits, because Jill's not watching the chat because she's ranting.
Sorry.
Which said, "Hey Jay and Jill, I hope you have had a great Christmas. Have you read Tales from the Dark Multiverse? If so, would you want to see an Arkham game set in that continuity? Much love from New Zealand." I don't think we could see an Arkham game set in that continuity. Those are so dark. Like the Azrael one where he dismembers Bruce and leaves him as a torso, like on a wall for 30 years.
Oh no.
I don't think we could get that. That was like dark. This is like Jigsaw level, like.
I don't think we could, no.
It's really brutal. Although then he turns into like an insanely cool version of Batman with nanotech later on. But yeah, no, I mean, really interesting stories. I don't think they could ever do it. You know how, like, there's some stuff that, like, just... Like, are you guys into anime and manga at all? And, like, sometimes you'll see in a manga especially, there will be something and you'll be like, that will never end up in the anime. You know what I mean?
Sometimes it ends up in the anime, though.
Sometimes, but a lot of times...
One of the things that really messed me up was...
Oh, no. Please don't mess us all up.
I don't know if I can say it, because I don't want to spoil Full Metal Alchemist for people.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah, the dog thing was really bothersome.
Let's not talk about the dog. Yeah, that made it into the anime. Into both versions of the anime somehow.
Yeah. That one was too much for me. It made me very upset.
So to answer the question about the Dark Multiverse, I think they're awesome, but I just don't see them ever doing it. Maybe if they wanted to make a really edgy movie, considering that, the Apocalypse... What was it? Justice League Dark Apocalypse War got made? I was so close to a perfect. It sucks.
They want you to play as Man.
They want me to play as Man? I have Man already maxed. I already have all his achievements.
You can play as Man on my profile.
Maybe. I was trying to work on my...
Sorry.
I was trying to work on my challenge map, like, trophies and stuff. I was going to do Robin in a bit.
Liz says she really likes Soul Eater and asks if we've seen it.
I love Soul Eater.
You've seen Soul Eater? I haven't.
I adore it, but the ending is totally different. Like, there's character deaths that never happen in the anime. Like, the ending for, like, 3 characters is entirely rewritten. It's very different in the anime, but I like the anime a lot, so... It has fantastic music.
I really want to get into more anime because I feel like I'm not cultured enough in it. Even though it's something that I really, really enjoy.
Walking Junior, Jill is reading it, but I'm trying to read it too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I'm playing, so I'm trying to go back and forth here between the game and that.
Jay, are you looking forward to the last Ronin game?
Yes, but would you guys watch TMNT content ever? Like, and I'm being honest, like, do you guys like the Turtles? Because I love the Turtles, but I don't know if you guys care. Because I have a bunch of Turtles games. I haven't had time to play them, but I bought the collections.
Personally, I care. I want to watch the TV show first before we play a bunch of the games, though.
With you, you'll have to tell me which one you want to watch first. There's the 80s TV show that's, like, very, like, kid-friendly, like, fun cartoon.
I do love 80s.
I know you do, because you and I were watching some of the original Transformers movies. Jeez. Or, show, the cartoon, the G1 cartoon. You love that.
I do really like that a lot.
My favorite Turtles cartoon, though, is actually the 2003 one.
Ooh, there's a 2003 one, huh?
Yeah, and you can't get it on Blu-ray unless you buy a bootleg Blu-ray, which may or may not be on the shelf. Who knows?
The best eras...
Why did that happen? Did you see that?
I don't know.
I pressed B at the guy.
I'm sorry.
And it did it to the right and whipped nobody.
The best eras for cartoons, in my opinion, are 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Those are the best eras. I feel like after that, things went a little downhill, and before that, things weren't as interesting.
So, my personal opinion is it really depends. I don't want to like get political here and like piss off the chat, but I will say that I do think that there's been I just got absolutely bent over there. I do think that there has been too much of a push in recent years to make everything like a big political statement piece. Like, oh, I'm not making this cartoon because I want to. I'm making it because like I want to tell you what I think about immigration or something. My favorite thing about like the 80s and 90s and early 2000s was that it didn't feel that way to me. You know, it felt like people were just making stuff to have fun. And nowadays, it feels like a lot of things are made just because somebody has something to say, not because they care about the brand they're using to say it.
Or because they want to make money fast.
Yeah, that too. And so my problem with a lot of things, modern cartoons, modern video games, modern almost everything, is that I feel like I have to pick and choose to find the things that aren't like that. You know, like I have to like go out of my way to try and be like, okay, well, am I going to enjoy this thing? Or am I basically going to church for 3 hours when I'm listening to it? Well, that's genuinely what some stuff feels like. Like, you go to church, and you know what you're getting. Like, the pastor is telling you stuff about, you know, religion. And, you know, whether you guys are religious or not, I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. you know what you're getting. You know that you're going and you're going to be hearing about the religion. There's a lot of stuff that I feel like nowadays, if you watch or read, it's almost like a religion, where it's like, oh, so I'm not here to watch a movie about a superhero. I'm here to learn about the dangers of feminism.
Yeah. MJ1 Media gave us $2 and said Gotham Knights is TMNT, but with the Bat family.
I agree. Dude, one thing I said, first off, thank you so much for the super chat. Secondly, something I said when they made that was this literally proves they could do an open world-ish TMNT game.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, guys,
they should write it better.
This is like the challenge map I'm the worst at, so I appreciate your patience. Sorry I'm not very good.
Is it because it's one of the hardest ones, or like what?
Normally I would do this. I would normally do this in complete silence, because there's all these armored guys. There is people with tasers. They put in the one-armed guy who does, I forget his name, but who does the huge hammer move. There's all these riot shields. They have like 3 guys attack you at once, and then they have the Titan guys, all on the same map. I'm horrifically bad at it. I actually have a hard time getting even 3 stars on this one. I'm okay with Batman, because he has the best combat, but I'm bad with absolutely everyone else. So that's why I'm suffering here.
Adam says, I'm not political and I don't like stuff about politics. I just want to read or watch or play something enjoyable. And I agree. I feel like when everything is super political and it's not subtle, it just feels like it feels like you're not escaping real life anymore. A lot of media is meant to be, okay, I am tired of my real life and I want to escape and I want to watch something else, and I want to go to a different world. So when they make everything about politics, it's just kind of like, okay, well, I may as well just go back to my normal life then.
I like classic Star Trek politics because it was very obviously left-leaning, but it didn't feel like they acted like they had all the answers. Like, it posed questions and made you ask, is this the best way that you would handle this? Like, so for example, there was a whole episode, and it's one of the more heavy-handed episodes. It's about gender identity in Star Trek The Next Generation. This is from the 80s and 90s, by the way. And it's this episode where Riker is trying to come to terms with this planet where these people they're not human. So first off, you have to understand that. They're aliens. They're their own species. They don't understand sex and gender the same way our world does. Like, they don't really understand male, female, that kind of stuff. And so he's trying to explain how they view it. They're trying to explain how they view it. And it's not clicking. You know what I mean? Like, it's a very, foreign concept to everyone. But it's an interesting episode because you know what it does? It asks questions about stuff without pretending that the show writers know everything.
Yeah, and without trying to preach what you should believe in your real daily life.
Exactly.
It poses you with questions and makes you think and then lets you decide for yourself instead of saying, if you don't believe this one way, you should die.
And that is how I I hate this guy so much. Please die.
I like his outfit.
Oh, yeah, very hot. So that is how I like political content. Because I think there's some misguided people who will say nothing can be political. I disagree. Because the human experience, there's a lot of things that are going to come up that are about, relations between different groups, people. All of that stuff is inherently political. Like, war is political. Like, you can't have Star Wars and not have politics either. Yeah. You have to have it. War is a political tool.
But there's something nicer about fake politics that gives you moral questions rather than, making the villain Donald Trump and saying, Donald Trump bad!
Or anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't... Okay, I just screwed up. It doesn't matter who it is, what side it is or whatever. I just don't like stuff preaching at me. I want you to... If you want to make me ask a question in your thing, awesome. More power to you. I'm glad you're an actual competent writer. But if it's about telling me what to think exactly, that's where I draw the line on it. And that's, I think, my biggest problem with modern media in general, is too much of it does that.
That's something that I really like about Sailor Moon is it's not super overly political or anything, but it does kind of pose to you the moral goodness of the main characters and it kind of tries to paint Sailor Moon in the light of, like, a Christ-like figure, you know, somebody who's very moral and kind and powerful and wants to do the right thing.
Seriously.
And that's something I really like, is I feel like when kids watched that show when they were younger, it helped push them towards a path of, like, making their own decisions, but trying to make the right, moral, kind decisions instead of being a bad person. And I feel like more shows should try to push people towards that direction instead of just saying, well, we need to believe all women, and abortion is wrong, and Donald Trump is bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's too many specifics, I think. Like, so, a good example, Jill, before you go on, like, a 30-minute rant, because I'd like to be done talking about this soon,
Sorry.
is that Star Trek Discovery is the antithesis of what Star Trek The Next Generation is. And I have no idea if anyone here even likes Star Trek, but you can bear with my point. Star Trek The Next Generation is writing that makes you ask questions. Star Trek Discovery is writing that tells you what to think. Mm-hmm. There's a huge difference. And it's very obvious one came out in the 80s and 90s when they were, you know, trying very hard to be tactful and intelligent with how they did it. And one came out in the 2000s when there was a political scare around the 2016 election. Like, it's a night and day. Like, you watch both of them, and you're like, oh, yeah, I can see why this was written the way it was, and I can see why this was written the way it was. But as somebody with a degree in writing, I don't think it's intelligent writing to beat people over the head like a cudgel with anything ever. It's bad writing. It doesn't matter what it is, anything. It's bad. And so I think that a lot of writers unfortunately don't get that. I think there's not a lot of money goes to good writing. You know, like, there's a lot of concepts that are greenlit on paper that sound good, but then the people who are chosen to execute them are not talented enough to do so. We got it in our super chat, by the way. Can you read it?
Gervaris Lakes gave us $10. He said...
You don't have to say exactly what they gave us if you don't want to.
Oh,
You just say thanks for the super chat.
I was telling you so you knew.
Oh.
Did you hear about the last Ronin TMNT game?
Yeah, we mentioned that a couple minutes ago, but very much in passing. Oh, no. This is the one that sucks. This is the one that sucks. That I'm really bad at. So, to answer that, I want to play it. That's my biggest comment, but I don't know. You know, I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know enough about it. And I haven't read many of the last Ronin comics, only a few. I really like them, but I don't really know how to get into TMNT comics very well, because there's so many. And it feels like it's just kind of overwhelming. I was reading around the time when they introduced that new turtle. I think her name was Jenica, who I like, who was like a human. And I think they used, like, Donatello's blood or something to save her life, and she kind of turned into one of the turtles, which was interesting. I really liked her.
She sounds odd.
She was cool. She was awesome. But...
Is she overage?
Yeah, she's an adult.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I mean, Jenica's an adult. But yeah, I liked that storyline a lot. But I don't know... I don't know enough about Turtles, you know, like, outside of the 2003 show, to feel comfortable, like, speaking like an expert on it. So I'd have to figure out where to get into the brand a little more.
MJ1 Media said Sailor Moon needs an identity crisis storyline. She's born on the moon with a mother, and then she's reincarnated on Earth with a different mother, father, and little brother. 2 sets of memories is messy. I think that would be such an interesting storyline, because I've always wanted to see a lot more of the Silver Millennia, and I know they get into it a little bit about, like, in the manga, and I assume in Crystal. I haven't watched Crystal yet, though, sadly. But, like, it would be very interesting to see her regaining more of her memories from that time period in her life, and kind of having, like, an identity crisis with that, while also having her memories from this life.
Well, I think that's kind of the problem, is in the 90s anime, she never gets back most of those memories, only little snippets.
Yeah, I mean, she remembers very, very slightly, like, the fact that she could ice skate, but then she can't ice skate in this life, sort of thing. But I wish they did more with that. I feel like that would have been an interesting concept.
Sleepy asked when Nate said Merry Christmas. He doesn't believe you.
He said he did to me. He said he did it in the lounge. But maybe Nate's just a big stinky liar. I could ask him next time he comes over.
I would assume it's that one.
I think it might be that one too. So if he didn't say it, I'm sorry, but I'll say it to you now. Merry Christmas.
This is the last combat map for Catwoman.
Do you get an achievement for this?
No, I would have to do all the Predator ones, but if I do this, they're done.
Oh.
So I'm doing it for me.
Oh.
I'm doing it for my... I'm using this stream to check off like a bucket list thing by beating these challenges.
Gilzone wants to know if you've seen Invincible.
I have read a bunch of Invincible, but I didn't watch the show. I would like to. My problem with things like Invincible and The Boys is that I get too into it and then I have to wait 6 months for it to continue. So a lot of times I've waited for these things to come out with a few seasons. Like I was waiting for the next season of Invincible to come out before I watched it. Just because like I don't like watching one season and then waiting a year.
I don't like that either. But to be fair, sometimes we do that with TV shows anyway.
No, I know. And I did that with Mr. Robot where like I would watch a season and then wait a year and then it would come out. But by the time it was done, I didn't watch the last season because I was so busy that I ran out of time to watch TV much that, year. And then...
You probably also forgot what happened.
Well, that was the other thing. It was like by the time season 4 was out, I had seen season 1 3 times, season 2 2 times, and then season 3 like 1 time. So it's such like a weird... That's why I don't like doing it, and I have a bad memory.
I have a bad memory too. I don't like having to restart shows constantly.
That sucks.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But the problem is time. It's hard to like find time to watch everything.
Yeah, and also like we started playing Dark Souls 2 recently, and then I forgot a lot of stuff from Dark Souls 1 and had to have you refresh my memory on it.
No, I get it. I mean, it's impossible to remember everything. Also, those games are very vague on their story.
They are a little vague. They're a little too vague for little Jillies, but little Jillies are trying their best.
I like how vague they are, because I like that it's very much, like, open to interpretation of how do you perceive this.
I think that's really cool.
Okay, well, I aimed at this guy over here.
I like that, and I think it's really cool. It's just sometimes Jilly's a little, in her own world.
I don't think it's stupid for not knowing every piece of lore about Dark Souls. I think that's an elitist take that people have. Mm-hmm. That's like along the line of if you summoned for a boss, you didn't beat the game. It's like, shut the hell up.
But if you summon for bosses with the NPCs, you get more NPC stuff for, like, NPC quests.
Yeah, but who cares about NPC quests? I want to brag to my, like, 3 friends online that I beat the Dark Lurker or whatever without any help. I don't know.
I like the NPC quests. I think they're fun.
It's like a huge point of my life that, like, I have to brag about what I did in a video game.
Should games with Nightwing also include the Batman and Robin costume with the red Nightwing Robin suit and cape?
That'd be kind of cool. I like the one I like is the Nightwing suit with, are you talking about the one from, like, the Batman and Robin movie? Because I actually liked those suits. I thought they were fun. The nipple stuff was stupid.
I think he is talking about the one from that movie, yeah.
I wish we saw more Chris O'Donnell love. Because Chris O'Donnell loved that role, and he was fun. I don't know. I liked his costumes. It was weird, though, that in Batman Forever, they basically just gave him a Nightwing costume and called it Robin.
Oh, really? Was it blue?
No, it was red, but it had basically like just the Nightwing symbol.
Oh,
like at first he had a Robin suit, but then I'm pretty sure, or was it in Batman and Robin at the beginning that they switched to that one? I don't remember. In one of them, that might be the one you're talking about. In one of them, he wore a Robin suit with an actual R on it, and then in one of them, he had a suit which was basically just a Nightwing suit, but they still called him Robin.
That makes sense. That's kind of interesting. It sounds like a cool looking suit, though.
Have you not seen Batman Forever?
No. Well, oh. Yes, I have. I just haven't watched it since I was a kid.
Oh, okay. I actually like Batman Forever. I liked that. Like, unironically, I liked that
liked
movie.
Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
I mean, he was basically playing a weird, like, Joker-Riddler hybrid.
I enjoyed it.
He was really cool.
I also really liked that one scene where that one hot chick was, like, in her bed, and the...
Dr. Chase Meridian.
And the blankets were, like, skin tight to her body, and you could see, like, the outline of her boobs. That was my sexual awakening as a young teenager.
That makes sense. That makes complete sense. Yeah, I remember Dr. Chase Meridian being really hot. I remember, though, when I watched those movies, it was weird because... originally that whole timeline was supposed to be one timeline, and they've kind of since changed it where like 89 is its own thing, like 89 in Returns. But it was weird because every single movie they played it as if like, oh, now Bruce is with this girl, like, but not like just slept with her, like is with her.
Oh.
Like at first it was like Vicky Vale, and it's like, oh, now they're a thing, not just like a casual hookup, like a real thing. And then it's like the next movie, oh, Vicky's gone. And
what happened to Vicky? I don't know.
And it was like, oh, okay. And then it was like, oh, but now he's a thing with, Catwoman. Oh, Catwoman leaves. Okay. Now he's with Dr. Chase Meridian. Chase Meridian's gone. And it was kind of weird writing where I was like, you're trying to be James Bond, but with James Bond, it was always pretty established that he wasn't going to have a permanent relationship with these girls. Like,
yeah,
we knew that.
Left him after a while.
We knew that. He knew that. Like, the writing was pretty explicitly clear that James Bond, in the original continuity, I should say at least, of movies, was not a huge commitment guy outside of his first wife who died.
Yeah.
He got married in the early movies and she died.
And then he doesn't want to get close to anyone anymore because everybody in his life just ends up dying.
Kinda, yeah. And so he's a pretty distant character. But it was pretty consistent with how it was handled.
Oh, Nicole Kidman was her name.
Yeah, that was her name, but she played Dr. Chase Meridian.
Yeah, but Nicole Kidman was the actress. I couldn't remember the actress's name.
She's the MILF who is in front of the
AMC commercial.
Yeah, who I'm always like, I wish I was going to a movie with her.
Yeah, and she's also the MILF in Aquaman.
Yes.
I love her.
She's very hot.
She's great. She still looks really good. I know it's plastic surgery, but she still looks good.
Wow, okay, well, we don't have to, like, shame her.
Okay, well,
How do you know that? Maybe that's all natural.
You can tell because half her face doesn't move.
I can't tell.
I can tell.
Well, that's mean.
But she's still hot.
I couldn't tell.
Pug Madman.
Nicole Kidman, if you watch this, I couldn't tell.
Pug Madman gave us 5 E-coins.
E-coins? Is that like V-Bucks? But like for a different game?
Yeah.
Cool.
You introduced me
That's
to
euros, you idiot.
No, it's not euros. That symbol doesn't mean euros anymore. That's British pounds or something, I think.
British
I don't know.
pounds? What are we, fat?
I don't know. You introduced me to James Bond with your GoldenEye movie review, and are you going to do more Bond content?
Yes, I am going to do more Bond content. So here was the goal, which, Jill, can you post the links again real quick? I know you guys get tired of me saying the same thing over and over.
Here's a RPG channel.
So this was the point of me doing more channels, is JRPG is for like role-playing games and things like that, right? You know, Final Fantasy, stuff like that. Why did I do that? Because I got people saying, well, why'd you do that? Why do you do so many channels? Why do you split this off? You're annoying me. You're an idiot.
We had one person say that you should put all of Jill's videos on Degenerate J channel. And I just want to, like, touch upon that real quick and say...
Stop touching
what the heck?
Please.
Why is Jill not allowed to have her own channel?
So here's why I did that. I can't circulate back to these topics quickly enough. Like, I will do a James Bond video and I can't get back to it for 6 months. Why? Because they don't get very good views, so then I'm trying to juggle Arkham and Spider-Man, which actually sustain my channel, with everything else. Like, you guys have to understand, when I upload Assassin's Creed, or Metal Gear, or James Bond, I lose money. The reason I do it is because I love it. I love that stuff. But I was genuinely killing myself. I was working 100 hours a week, grinding, like, on everything. And then, like, a couple weeks ago, I was like, I either need to back off or I'm going to quit YouTube. Because it was just mentally, like, I couldn't keep doing it. So what I'm trying to do now is upload a little less, but upload once or twice a week on RPG. Upload on the Let's Play channel because it's fun. Why can I not go up, by the way? You know, just for fun.
We're going to try and upload at least once a month on King of Creepy, but we're mostly doing that one as a passion project for me specifically. Just because I really like videos like that, but I don't really see it going anywhere.
Yeah.
And then I want to upload twice a week on my channel. It's just, every single week I'm either sick, or I injured myself somehow, or I have to go to work more, or I've been neglecting my art, so I have to do that more. Like, I got a lot of problems. I don't know what's wrong with me.
A lot.
I got some sort of chronic illness, I think. I don't know what, but I got something. And I keep having a lot of problems. So, yeah, but I'm going to try and upload more. I hope that that MJ1 person checks out my Sailor Moon videos on my channel, just because it seems like you were a Sailor Moon fan, or still are, and I love making videos about Sailor Moon. It's one of my favorite things ever.
So, first off, I'm going to read your super chat, thank you, but, Raw Gaming said, how hard is it to be a creator? I had an argument with my friend about if a 9 to 5 or being a streamer was harder. It depends what you're doing. Like, I genuinely try not to complain about this, because I get so many mean comments that are like, well, I hate my life, and your life is better than mine, which is just exhausting to hear, because it's like, okay, well, sorry. I can't help you with that. I wish I could make your life better, too. But for me, like, when I was doing 100-hour work weeks, I would say this is way harder. But when, there's people who, like, I'm not trying to be a dick here. There's people who will put on lingerie and do a dance for an hour a day, and that's their whole job. And then they just upload, and that's...
I want that life, though.
Well, and I'm sure that has its own things, too, because you're constantly being told by people you're a slut and yourself, all this stuff, right?
I could handle that criticism if I was making a ton of money.
Okay, well, yeah, and that's fair. But my point is just, I think it's always easy to say, because my sister and I were having a conversation about this today, and she asked me, why don't you go back to teaching? And I said, because I hated it. And she said, well, why? Like, it seems like it would be great. Like, who doesn't want summers off?
She hates teaching.
No, this was my other sister.
Oh, the other sister, okay.
And she was like, it seems like it would be great to have summers off. And she wasn't trying to be mean, but I said, you know how, like, if I looked at your job and what you made, and I said, oh, that seems easy, I could do that, you'd be like, yeah, but there's all these things you don't know about that make it hard. Mm-hmm. That's how every job is. Uh-huh. Like, you could work in a gas station, and there will be people who disrespect you and say, like, oh, you're lazy, and you don't have a real job.
And you get broken into every night.
But it's like, they don't know... They don't actually know. You know what I mean? They don't actually know how difficult it is.
Before you continue this, I want to say... Thank you, Gervaris, for becoming a Vehement Vigilante member.
Yeah, we appreciate that very much, and you should read OG Edit's super chat. So did that answer the question, by the way?
Yeah, I thought it did.
It's just, I think it's very relative to what you do. Like, Nate works in history, and his job, there's a lot of people who would say it's not difficult, like what he's doing, but you know what? It's underappreciated, it's underpaid, and he knows more. I guarantee he knows more than, like, you get an average 20 people in a room, he knows more about history than all of them combined. And he is not paid what he's worth.
He has told us some of the stories, because he does like a historical tour thing at the place he works. He's told us some stories about like how disrespectful some people can be during those.
Yes, and so that's my point, is you deal with that. You deal with crap no matter where you work. I don't ever want to say my job is harder than other people's. I'm sure it's harder than some and easier than some. And there, there's always people who say, like, you're ungrateful. I would be so grateful to be you and do this and that and this other thing. But they don't think about, like, your medical problems or, like, your disabilities or, like, the disrespect you face or things like that. And I think that goes for every single job.
So OG Edits gave us New Zealand points.
I love this, by the way. I love how sexualized they make Catwoman in this.
Me too. I love her. Did you guys watch the 2004 The Batman show?
Love it.
Really love the art style in that show.
Love it. The Batman.
And Greg gave you $2 and said, "Sup, Jay? Long time no chat."
Greg, is this Greg from Twitter?
I think so.
Like old Greg?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is. Hey, man, nice to see you. I'm gonna have to see if you messaged me on Instagram ever or not. He left Twitter. Twitter, the cesspool. Everybody who's smart's getting off Twitter.
Oh, can you look at this for a second? This person says they can't talk in the chat. Is there a way to make it so they can?
Oh, that's in the server.
Oh.
That's in the server chat. Right?
No, it says can't talk in the YT stream. Can you look into that?
Oh, I can look into it. I never muted anybody on YouTube.
Yeah.
I didn't mute that person on YouTube.
Yeah, no, we didn't mute that person on YouTube at all. I don't know why she can't talk in the YouTube stream.
In fact, I thought she was a moderator.
Can you, are you able to put her on, like, the always allow list?
I would need her channel, like, every single user, even if you don't have a channel, you have like a channel ID, like for your page. I would need you to send me that on.
I don't know her link. Mr. Knight, could you ask her for her YouTube link and then send it to me, or ask her to send it to me?
I thought he sent you that on the chat in Discord.
He sent it to me in Discord, so I'm waiting for another Discord message.
So,
but he told me in the live stream chat, "Hey, check your messages, you stupid idiot."
So if we have her link to her page, I can fix that, or I should be able to. Otherwise, YouTube's being stupid.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. I didn't mute her either.
By the way, the Batman show, no relation to the Matt Reeves movie. They released it on Blu-ray. It's kind of overpriced in my opinion, but if you guys are interested, it's on Blu-ray now, and it would be awesome to own. Not for me. I'm just saying, like, for anyone. So, like, if you want, I'm sure at some point they'll stop production of it. I would look into it if I were you guys, even if you just get it secondhand or something, because that's a very underrated cartoon. But when it came out, it was like $50. I think it was more than Batman the Animated Series, or the same amount, which was kind of a nuts asking price.
I got the link. Do you want me to send it to your like text, or should I send it to you on Discord?
Send it to me on Discord, and I will look at it on YouTube. Okay. But you're gonna need maybe you could talk to the chat for a minute, because it's going to take me a minute to...
Yeah. Greg gave us $2 more and said, "Speaking of jobs, you know how I feel about mine."
Yeah, I hated it. Yeah, he was not a fan of his.
That's the thing. What did he do for his job?
Well, I don't want to dox his job. If he wants to tell us what he does for his job in here, he can, but he's had to work with a lot of very disrespectful...
Does he work for Ben Shapiro?
No. He's had to work for a lot of disrespectful, with a lot of disrespectful coworkers.
Oh, okay, so
What's wrong with Ben Shapiro's job? Like,
he drives the bus to the Epstein Island, right?
Whoa, no, absolutely not. And it's not, what, a battle bus or something?
Yeah, because, it's a flying battle bus.
Because, like, it's on an island. Like, you can't just drive a bus there.
I always imagined they filled the battle bus from Fortnite up with a bunch of kids.
Okay, alright, enough. I would like to keep this live stream up, okay?
And then they had parachutes, and they had to go down to the island with their parachute.
One of my favorite memes right now is, it's a very unfortunate meme, but it's the one... Sorry, guys. It's the one of Sully from Monsters, Inc., and he's it's like the plane pilot every time he had to drop kids off at Epstein's Island, and it's like him when he's like, shutting the door and saying goodbye to Boo, because he has to say goodbye because he can't be near her anymore. Jill didn't laugh at it because she wasn't paying attention.
Oh, sorry, I was reading something. I think it's funny. I think you're the funniest guy in Funny Town.
That's okay. Here, I have to do this on the computer for a second. So you want to read the chat?
Yes, I can help.
Well, because I have to go try and figure out why somebody's muted.
Let's see. I'd love to play Epstein Battle Royale. Oh, no!
Epstein Battle Royale is just running away from old, powerful politicians who are trying to touch you because you're under 18.
That is hilarious.
No, it's not. It's horrible, Jill. It's not a joke.
It's hilarious.
This is not funny to me.
Mr. Username will not stop asking you to put your fists up and fight him. I don't know why he's, like, really wanting to.
How am I fight you through the chat?
I don't know. Would it be cool if we got a Catwoman game, then whatever WB Games are doing with Suck Squad, I'd rather have that any day.
I feel like I would have rather had a Superman game. That's the one I would have rather seen before anything else.
I would have rather had a Superman game too.
In that universe, and the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what, if you want to do Wonder Woman and you want to do the Monolith Nemesis system,
I put it in that universe.
Put it in that universe too. That could have been their DCAU of superhero universes. Which, by the way, Marvel is also dropping the ball on by splitting up all their universes between studios. Like, oh, this studio, the Guardians of the Galaxy, is its own thing. Oh, this is its own thing. It's like you watched the MCU make billions of dollars, but refuse to do it with games. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you watch your own characters with the MCU make billions of dollars and then be like, the Avengers universe is its own thing with Square Enix? Oh, with the Guardians is its own thing.
I don't know.
Oh, Spider-Man and Wolverine, they're in the Insomniac universe. It's like, what are you doing?
It's really stupid.
I'm not trying to say everything has to be in a shared universe, but it is a guaranteed moneymaker.
Yeah.
You will make money doing it. So why?
People loved the MCU, so, like, why not just do that again, but with video games?
Yeah, like, it doesn't make any sense.
Taika Waititi is how Greg spelled it. His wife was on Epstein Island as a kid. I want to see sources.
That's screwed up.
I want to see sources.
Like, she was there, like, as a victim?
I don't know. That's why I want to see sources. I want to know what happened. Did she write a book about it? You know, some people... This is going to sound really weird.
Wait, is this Taika Waititi whose, like, wife is into him hooking up with, like, Tessa Thompson with her?
Yeah. That's probably why she's so traumatized.
Because Tessa Thompson's better in bed than her?
No, because she, like, had a horrible childhood, so now...
Who says she's traumatized?
So now she's traumatized and, like, has to degrade herself with her husband.
What?
Yeah.
I wish my wife would degrade herself with Tessa Thompson and me. I would love that. Degrade yourself all you want.
So I have a guilty pleasure.
Mine's Tessa Thompson.
Mine is reading stories of people who are, like, in communities or cults and stuff like that, and, like, how they escaped. Or, like,
mine
from
is
North
capturing
Korea.
people and forcing them into cult life.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I really like reading people's stories of, like, how they got from this horrible situation where they, like, lost life lottery and then, like, made themselves have a better life. I really like it.
Why'd you say North Korea? That's a great country.
Yeah. I read this one story once about this girl who had to escape from North Korea, and it was not easy because you have to go through a bunch of wonderful countries to be able to get to a country that's halfway decent.
Wonderful countries is damn right.
Because a lot of the countries surrounding North Korea, if they catch you and find out you're from North Korea, they'll send you back. And then you and your entire family will get shot by the firing squad.
I don't know what you're talking about, North Korea. Please sponsor me. Thank you. I disavow my wife's comments.
Okay.
Alright.
There's a famous picture of her with Oprah on the island.
Really? Oprah was there?
Yeah.
Huh. Oprah never struck me as the type.
Hashtag cancel Oprah.
Yeah, I saw like
Hey, Better Than Starlight's able to comment now.
Yeah, because I went and made her an approved user always. I don't know what happened. I guarantee, like, so I mean this. I promise this. I barely ever mute anyone on this channel. I mute people who are assholes. I did not ever mute this person. Ever. I don't know what happened. Something might have gotten flagged as, like, spam? I don't know. Because, like, I've never... There's no one that I've muted from the Discord.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. Like, I've never knowingly muted someone from our Discord.
Yeah.
And
I don't know what to
even when people get banned on Discord, like, if you do something just stupid on Discord and get banned, like, I'm talking banned, like, whatever, I still don't go out of my way to mute you on YouTube.
Unless you say something douchey on YouTube.
Right, because it's a different thing. So, like, why would I punish someone on YouTube for something that happened somewhere else? Like, I'm not a freaking high school teacher where, like, you know, you say something on Twitter and they try and expel you.
This reminds me of something funny, by the way. I banned someone on Discord a long time ago, like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, because they were saying some really vile shit. And then I don't think they knew that I'm the one who moderates the Facebook page and a lot of times your Instagram page, too.
Mm-hmm.
And they sent messages to, like, every single page they possibly could of yours, and was like, I was unrightfully banned from the Discord by your stupid wife.
Really?
And it was me who did it, and it was me reading the messages.
Damn.
So, why would I unban you?
My stupid wife does a lot.
I thought it was really fucking funny.
That is pretty funny. Okay, please work, give me the thing. Yes, okay, good.
Hi, Brendan Cox. He said hi to me.
Why did people want to not play as Catwoman? Like, you don't get to look at the upstairs region of this character.
I don't know, I love Catwoman's outfit in this. YouTube has a bad habit of auto-deleting messages from newcomers or non-mods.
It could have been something like that.
That's stupid. I wonder why.
I don't know.
I feel like people should be allowed to comment as long as they're not saying something dumb or horrible.
Yeah, or unless they disagree with me, then they should be banned.
Yeah, then we should get rid of them.
Out.
I actively make it a point to not mute people who are just disagreeing with you if they're still being respectful about it.
Oh, I make it a point to mute anyone.
That makes sense.
Anyone, like, every time there's a comment, muted.
However,
even if it's nice, muted.
The problem with people who are usually disagreeing with you is a lot of times they're saying it in a really disrespectful way. Like, I'll go through the comments and I'll see stuff like, you know, I disagree with you, and here's why, you big piece of shit, stupid, blah, 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 slur, slur, slur. And it'll be like, okay, well, I'm muting you. But if you were just like, hey, yeah, you know, I respect your opinion, but here's what I think about the whole thing. No. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, you're fine then.
Hey, Starlight, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Is that a reference to Skyrim? Some coin for your troubles? I feel like I'm missing.
I think that is a reference to it.
So thank you so much. OG Edit sent a super chat. Jill, your whole job is to watch the chat, and
you
keep
took my phone from me.
You keep looking off into the distance and crying about stuff.
You took my phone from
OG
me.
Edits, thank you again for the super chat with the N-word Zen bucks, NZ. I'm not gonna say it. That's what they picked for their country's currency. I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Maybe you guys shouldn't have picked that country.
I don't know. Saying, we really wish we got to see Prometheus in the Arkham games. Such a missed opportunity. If you could make your own season of Infamy, who would you include? So I would include Prometheus if I could, but only if he was built up to.
Seriously.
Actually, there's a little video coming out soon about this in the next week or two, I believe. But that's one of the things we talk about. The problem with putting Prometheus in Season of Infamy is he wasn't built to. He got like 3 Easter egg references, and that's it. So if you the whole point of Season of Infamy was to wrap up storylines.
Uh-huh.
So if you just introduce a storyline in Season of Infamy, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Then, you have to be careful how you do that. I really think that they could have had him show up as one of the assassins in Origins. And then if they wanted to, they could have put him in Season of Infamy. But they didn't do either. Mm-hmm. But I think Origins was a perfect opportunity to introduce Prometheus.
They should have. That would have been awesome. I would have liked that. I wanted to say, Javaris did one of those things where you, give a random... you give a membership to a random person in the chat, and I got the gift again. It happened last time we streamed, and it happened to me again.
How does that keep happening?
I don't know, and it makes me feel kind of bad, because, I don't need the membership. Because I live with you.
I don't understand why that keeps happening. I wish there was a way to make you immune to it.
So somebody else could have it.
Use corner cover to hide and then take down an approaching henchman, perform a pounce attack on a henchman, and then knock him down. So these are pretty easy. Caltrop trip, knock down enemies with caltrops.
Greg gave $2 and said, so basically Jay is Supreme Leader, Jay.
I try to be.
Are you a Supreme Leader?
I try to be.
Can I, gift my membership to somebody else? Does anybody know how? Or am I just a member now?
How would you know exactly where that came from?
I don't know.
Also, I really like the skin-tight suit of the animated series.
You should add more emojis to the memberships.
You can't. So you need to have a certain amount of members to do it.
Oh.
It locks them behind a certain amount of members.
That's really dumb.
And, by the way, I really appreciate our members that we have. We don't get that many new members. There's a lot of videos up on this channel and on Degenerate Plays for members, specifically members exclusive videos, but
I love this outfit.
The economy's terrible, so it's not like people are exactly rushing to spend money on random shit, which I do not blame them at all. So you basically have to earn it. You have to get. Okay, so I guess you have to do that before they get there.
The Walking Jr. said about the gift, it should have been me, not him. It's not fair.
It's not fair!
Prometheus being in Arkham Knight to defend Gotham because he thinks Batman is sucking. That would have been cool.
That would have been cool. I think you could have rewritten Arkham Knight to not include Jason, but instead have it focus on Prometheus if you wanted.
Prometheus could have been the Arkham Knight.
I wouldn't have had him be the Arkham Knight. I would have had him just be himself.
Who would you have had to be the Arkham Knight?
No one.
My choice is Razor, the thug from Asylum.
That's a good one. Mine is Dr. Penelope Young, because one time I saw somebody say that it should have been Penelope Young.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Would she be wearing something skimpy?
Yeah, now I really pick Penelope Young.
Oh, good. Greg gave you $5 more. He's gonna go broke.
Greg is really, just splurging here.
One of the few things I'd change about Origins is I would have Prometheus over Killer Croc in it. Ironically, Origins is now my second fave Arkham game. Sorry, I can't read.
I love Origins. By the way, guys, so first off, I appreciate the super chats a lot, but if you guys want a better value, unless you already are a member, you can always become a member, like, for different tiers, and you get access to exclusive videos, and, instead of just doing the super chats.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, like, if you want a better value for your money, then you're actually getting something other than just being nice, which I appreciate.
The reason we say that is because Jilly Bob over here edits a lot of the membership videos, and they only get like 1 or 2 views, and I tell you what, it makes me kind of sad, because there's a really awesome video of Nate and Jay playing Halo Fireteam Raven on the Let's Play channel, and it was an arcade game that we found randomly in St. Cloud. It's a really funny, awesome video, and not a lot of people saw it, and I spent a long time editing it, and I'm just saying, if you want to check it out,
gosh dang it.
I'm pretty sure it's available to all members. I think if you get the lowest tier, you'll be able to watch it, right?
So I love Catwoman, but this is boring gameplay because I'm going to be honest, it takes me a while to figure out any of them past these 4. So I'm going to switch characters.
Okay.
I'd have to see, but I know that there's membership videos available for all tiers, and then there's ones that are available for like higher tiers. It depends.
Mr. Enigma gave $5.
Thank you so much.
What is there 1 of in every corner and 2 of in every room?
Balls.
Excuse
every
me?
room I go in, balls.
Me? Excuse me?
What? 2 of in every room, my balls.
I like better than Starlight said. Jill can watch the video now. She's a member. But I made I edited the video.
All right, you're gonna blow someone's eardrum out.
I don't need to watch it.
No, you do. Come on. Come on, don't be modest.
What is there 1 of in every corner and 2 of in every room? Let me think about
Spiders.
it. No, it's that. If there's 1 in every corner, but only 2 in every room.
Dang it, it's so hard to do this when you're playing in 30 FPS.
That one doesn't make sense, though, because most rooms have 4 corners.
No, they don't. They have 8.
What?
They have 4 up at the top, 4 at the bottom. The corner of the room, the actual corner?
I guess so. I was thinking of, like, the whole line of the corner. I don't know. I don't know. I want to know the answer to the Enigma, sir. Can you give us the answer? Do I have to give you your $5 back to hear the answer?
If they made Enigma black, would they have to drop the M in, like, his name, and then Batman couldn't say his name? And the answer to the riddle is Batman has to say his name to save a hostage, but he's like, oh no! Because, like, he doesn't want to say the N-word on national TV.
You know, when I was younger, do you remember the YouTuber Niga Higa?
Yeah. You thought his name was the N-word?
I said it.
What?
I said it as a kid. Because I thought that's how you
I would never
his
admit
name.
that. Didn't they just, like, go after some baseball player because he said, like, retard when he was...
I was a
like,
child.
14, and they tried to get him fired from the team?
This was before I even knew that was a bad word.
Well, I know. I'm just saying I would never admit I did anything bad, like, prior to the year of 2000, because we have, like, the internet police who are like, this person one time gave the side eye to an actual criminal.
Oh no.
They hate the homeless, kill them.
Oh no.
So it's like, I don't know, man. I'm just saying I wouldn't admit it.
Better than Starlight says it's O.
What's O? Oh.
The Enigma? I don't get
There's 4
it.
O's in it. Oh, I get it.
No, I don't get it.
It's just the word corner.
Oh! No, it's the word room.
Oh.
R-O-O-M.
I don't know. I don't speak Japanese.
Okay, Richthofen. This is for Jay's ears. Do him going death from Jill.
Do him?
Do him.
Wait, what's for my ears? Did they give a super chat?
Oh, yeah. Javars gave $5. I think he was trying to say due to me going, like, making you deaf because I'm so loud.
How come when people misspell something, you read it like they're an idiot, even though you could just read it in a nice way? Like, are you trying to shame them for misspelling? Is that what you're doing? Or are you so stupid that you can't understand what they're saying?
It may or may not be the second one.
Because you read it like a teacher, like, I don't know, can you go to the bathroom? And I'm not the one saying it, and it makes me mad. Because I'm like, I'm sure I could tell what this person's saying.
I genuinely didn't know for a minute. I'm sorry. I genuinely didn't know.
Our audience is like, oh boy, I get here. It's like a dominatrix type thing where it's like, you know, they'll pay women to be like, degrade me, like make fun of this picture I sent you of me and tell me that like I have a small membership. You know, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But people come to our chat to be told that they're stupid and can't spell.
I'm sorry. Maybe you should get better grammar.
You don't need to be sorry to me. You need to be sorry to them and God.
I feel better about myself now, Travaris says.
See, Travaris was in the kink. Travaris wanted that. Wanted to be word shamed.
Jill, do you like Killer Moth? Bobby, do you like Killer Moth?
The villain?
Yeah.
Don't you remember Killer Moth from Teen Titans, the show? No. He was the one whose like daughter was like the little blonde girl who like wanted to date Robin.
Oh yeah.
And like he didn't want to, and Starfire was all mad.
Yeah. Okay.
That's Killer Moth, and he's a Batman villain.
I do like that villain. Yeah, I would like to see more of that villain actually.
I figured that would have been your main exposure to Killer Moth.
It was my main exposure, yeah.
And I figured you wouldn't have even remembered who he was because he was kind of a throwaway character in that show.
My problem is I didn't get to experience much in terms of like DC stuff as a younger kid because I spent a lot of my time playing on my DS and watching Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Great show. 10 out of 10. Good spending of your time, actually.
And my parents really liked the MCU, so I would go see the MCU movies in theaters, and I would go see the X-Men movies in theaters.
X-Men theaters? I'd go to that.
So
do I get to meet Patrick Stewart and he'll stare at me blankly?
So I didn't really watch tons of DC stuff until the DC EU started coming out, and then like I went to go see like Superman when that came out and stuff like that.
You mean Man of Steel?
Yeah.
Get it right. As the one DC EU fan in the world, I appreciate that you like the DC EU.
I didn't actually start becoming a really big Batman fan until I was like 14, and I got an Xbox 360 for the first time, and I bought Arkham City at a thrift store. And I had no clue it was part of a series. I just thought, oh, this looks fun. I'll play it. Sure. Mm-hmm. I wanted to play something that looked fun, and I liked superheroes, so I figured, okay, this might be cool. So I didn't really know tons and tons about Batman until then. Mm-hmm. So I'm still kind of like learning and still taking my time watching all of the movies and still taking my time watching the shows.
Well, we've been watching BTAS together. You've never seen the full thing of that. And right now we're watching Sailor Moon Supers, but I think after we finish Sailor Moon, we're going to go back to BTAS. Some more Star Trek stuff we're watching through because you never got to see that growing up. Mm-hmm. And I think we were going to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I really want to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Really badly. I only ever saw the original.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is in my top 5 favorite shows ever. It's like, I don't know the order, but it would be like Supernatural, Star Wars The Clone Wars, Dexter. I am getting reamed here, by the way. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Those are all up there as some of my favorite shows ever.
Aw, Allie gave us $10.
Aw, thanks, Allie.
She said, hey, Jay and Jill, love you always.
That's nice, thank you.
Thank you, Alward.
Allie's a he.
Sorry, thank you, Allie. Thank you, he.
Oh, jeez.
He-Man. Hey, wait, Allie is He-Man.
That's funny.
We finally discovered.
I feel like you're running out of things to say.
Greg said, Degenerate J, New Vegas Evil live stream when?
Oh, I'd love to play New Vegas. I told Jill I wanted to Let's Play the Fallout games, but she said she wanted to play the old ones first.
I want to do the evil route, though. Oh, by the way, Greg had given us $2 for that. I want to do the evil route because I want to play more of the Caesar's Legion route. Because last time we played, I got to choose the path we went on, and I decided I wanted to do the independent playthrough.
Yeah, you did Yes Man.
So, yeah, we did Yes Man, and I took out Mr. House and basically became the new Mr. House, and I thought that was really, really fun. And so now I want to do the Caesar's Legion playthrough, and then I want to do the NCR playthrough.
My favorite playthrough is still probably NCR, but Caesar's Legion is one that's a little disappointing to me because it had a ton of cut content, like a ton. Obsidian was not given enough time from Bethesda to work on that game, and a lot of content had to be reworked for DLC or cut completely. It's very disappointing how certain things were treated, and Caesar's Legion really took the brunt of that. Like, it's probably the most cut content faction in modern Fallout.
Which is a shame because I feel like they're very interesting.
They are very interesting because they're basically a cult, or like a cult army run by a megalomaniac narcissist who's really good at talking and convincing people of doing what he wants.
The Commando 4 became friend of Degenerate Jay.
Hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's always nice to get new members.
Greg said that Yes Man is arguably the worst ending for the Mojave. So here's the thing. It really depends on what kind of person you are. So if you would be a good leader, I feel like it wouldn't be that bad of an ending because I feel like Caesar's Legion would enslave pretty much everybody and be pretty terrible.
I think Caesar's Legion's the worst. It would bring peace, order, and security, but it would not actually be good for anyone.
I think that the best outcome it would be the NCR.
The NCR is a good outcome, but they want to tax and change laws and stuff.
That's true. However, if you're a good person and you play morally and you like are not, you know, Mr. House, I feel like you doing the independent route and being the president basically of New Vegas until the government gets itself back in order, I feel like that's not a bad ending if you're a moral person. But if you're not a moral person, then it's a bad ending.
Do you remember what Ulysses said about the problem? Ulysses, I think, said it, and I believe Joshua Graham said it, about the problem with Caesar's Legion outside of their brutality, is that they're held together by force, by the will of one man, and if that one man falls, so does the entire empire.
Uh-huh.
That's, I think, the problem with you choosing the Yes Man route, is it relies on you.
Uh-huh.
If you pick something like House is going to be around for a long time, and he actually is setting you up to be his protege, and he even kind of hints that he could help you get similar technology to what's kept him alive. So with House, you have a sense of stability. You know, you don't know, like, it's not going to be as, you know, within 20 years, all of a sudden the region has changed, right? But also with the NCR, you get a sense of stability too, because the NCR is probably going to be around for a while. It's just that it's
spread too thin at the moment.
And mired in bureaucracy.
But if you get more recruits and people are able to vote again, it would be a lot more like how the U.S. is supposed to be.
Right, so that's the thing, is like they all have pros and cons. Then you also have to look at things like the tunnel, what is it, the tunnelers, which Ulysses points out are going to become a problem for the Mojave within the next couple generations, how they're starting to come out of the ground in the Great Divide, and they're starting to actually threaten the people there, and they're going to be like a genuine safety threat to the region. So it's like, well then how, you know, what group would be able to handle that is a question too. Are there any more chats or anything?
Starlight said the fun of New Vegas is that every ending kind of sucks.
Yep, every ending sucks, but it also has something good to it.
That's true. It's very interesting. Greg said that he always kills Caesar, everyone in the fort, Legate, Linnaeus, and then he nukes Caesar's territory, which I thought was funny, because there's a lot of people in Caesar's territory that are just slaves that don't deserve to get nuked.
Well, I believe, aren't you picking between nuking the Long 15 or one other region? You don't nuke all of Caesar's territory. I think you just cut off the supply routes.
Yeah.
And nuke part of it.
Didn't we do that? I think we did that.
We did both.
Oh,
on
we
the
did
Yes
both?
Man playthrough, we crippled the NCR supply route, and we nuked the route that the Legion came to Vegas.
That way we could be on top. We're
Yes.
terrible. We're really funny.
I don't know, all of those playthroughs are fun in a different way. New Vegas, though, is probably, like I said, my favorite game ever. If not my favorite, it's in my top 3. And it's a real shame how it was treated. It, more than almost any other game, could use a director's cut with restored content. A lot of people did it on PC, but like I'm talking an official director's cut.
Jay, have you ever played Silent Hill or Resident Evil?
I played through Silent Hill 1 over on my Let's Play channel, Degenerate Plays. Joe Lincoln.
And...
Joe Lincoln.
Okay. Well, we also played the RE remake.
Resident Evil 1 remake, so far.
Yeah, on the Let's Play channel. I have to go get the stupid link again.
Joe Lincoln.
I'm going to link
Joe
it. I'm
Lincoln.
linking it. I'm linking it.
It was nice of that guy to wait for me. Oh, wow, I just chucked that out of here.
But yeah, that Resident Evil game, the first one, the remake, is one of my favorite games of all time. Love that game. I really love the first Silent Hill. Those are the only Resident Evil and Silent Hill games I've played. However, I am very excited to play more of them because you want to do more of them on Let's Play channel with me.
I do. Right now we're just trying to play through Dark Souls 2 for fun because we don't actually play through very many games for fun. That's something I'm trying to change. Like, I think I was so obsessed with YouTube. Like, I have to get this content out, this content out, this content out. That, I mean, you guys can tell me just straight up. Maybe you were noticing it, maybe you weren't. But I feel like my last probably month of uploads, I don't think they were bad, but I think you can tell I was tired. Mm-hmm. Like, I think you could tell I was, like, running on fumes where it was like... Yeah, and, like, just kind of burned out. And I didn't really want to keep doing that. So I'm still doing YouTube, but I would like to be more conscious of my health and my time. And I'm actually looking at... Oh, that was terrible of me. I'm looking at in the next couple months getting a part-time job to supplement my income if I can't get it up on YouTube. Get it up on YouTube, that's funny. Which, that's not like a cry for help, like give me money. I'm just saying that my YouTube, full transparency, there was a point where I was making 5 times what I make on YouTube now. And I was doing less work.
Yeah.
But it was during a boom of like Arkham stuff, which I still plan to do, but I don't only want to upload that. Like, it kills my passion for the series. Like, I want to upload these content on these games because I am enjoying them, you know, like with any of these series. So there was a time where I was doing much better on it and working a lot less, and I think I just kept really trying to push for that to come back. But like between the economy and just how time consuming it is, like I was not playing games on my own, I wasn't watching TV shows, I wasn't going out really, which I think is even more important because all this stuff is just for fun. Mm-hmm. But it was very socially, like,
I don't go
stifling.
out except for work anymore, pretty much.
Well, we're trying to be better about that.
We are.
It's hard, though, in Minnesota. There's not a lot to do during the winter that's not go spend money.
That's true.
And we don't really want to go spend all our money on just random crap.
Restless Dreams said, I subscribed and you guys should try Silent Hill 4. That's my favorite. I could speedrun that game in under an hour.
I love Silent Hill 4, but I could not speedrun it in under an hour.
John Michael Barnett wants to know if you're enjoying Dark Souls 2.
I love Dark Souls 2. Mm-hmm. It's probably my least favorite Souls game, but I love it still. Use the smoke pellet to create a cloud.
Let's see. Better Than Starlight says, I don't mean to be rude, Jay, but yeah, I rewatched an old Arkham video, and your energy is very different than it is now, but I do like the more chill video style now.
I think I used to be, like, a lot more hyper, but also, like, I was really enjoying YouTube because it felt like everything was growing and everybody was nice to me, and it's kind of hard when... Like, I've become more depressed over the years.
You've gotten a little older.
My disability pain is a lot worse.
Your medicine has been changed multiple times.
And people are a lot more douchey to me now, so it's like, it's kind of hard to...
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
I have to check out this real quick and look at these walls. It's hard for me to maintain, like, a really solid, like, hyper energy when I'm tired. Mm-hmm. So that's what I would like to fix, is I would like to have more fun. I want YouTube to be fun. Like, if doing this isn't fun, why am I doing it? Like, why not just go to some conventional thing? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
I agree.
Why bother? Because...
I think some of the most fun you've had making videos has been some of your RoboCop videos in a while.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because it was just genuinely, like, something I was really passionate about. Mm-hmm. I've cared about every video I've put up. I never put up a video just to put up a video because I don't care, which I get a lot of people saying I do. I genuinely don't. It's just I might come off that way because I'm tired, or because I'm depressed or whatever. But, like, I also can't fake being super energetic. Like, I'm not going to have a day where I'm like, man, I'm really just frustrated. Like, I'm missing family members who died. I'm overworked and I'm tired. Hey guys, I'm not gonna do that.
That's just really, not you.
That's fake.
I don't want you to be a fake person. And some people are just more quiet and chiller than others, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. I personally prefer YouTubers like that. I was never really a big fan of, like...
I don't know the strategy to this map at all anymore, by the way. I don't remember it.
I like Jacksepticeye, but I was never really a huge fan of, like, how hyper and loud he was. I like his videos, though.
I like his energy because he genuinely seems like he's that excited. But would you want someone to pretend to be?
That's my problem with it, is like, that's why I'm saying, like, I like his videos and I like that he's so happy, but I'm not a big fan of when people fake it, and I prefer chiller YouTubers who are more quiet and have more things to say that are a little bit deeper and a little bit deeper thinking, you know. And I really like funny stuff, too. Greg gave us $5 again and said, okay, I got an ad.
Where is the other, where the hell is the other,
Sorry.
I'm looking for the other wall.
No, why?
I don't know where it is here.
You could always do top 5 stuff you liked / didn't from the Greg cut of Origins, unless you want to pretend it doesn't exist, like me.
I thought it was fun. He wrote his own rewrite of Arkham Origins.
He did.
I don't think
Can you
Arkham
write it?
Origins needs a rewrite, though. Yeah.
Yeah, you should do videos on it. You should say,
I'm
this
not
is
going to
the
make a
Greg
bunch
cut.
of videos on his fan cut that he doesn't even like to talk about anymore or enjoy anymore. Where is the other wall in this place? So there's one here.
Commando 4 really enjoys your RoboCop videos.
Thank you. I've really liked them too. Is the other one over here?
Degenerate Jay, a consistent sleep routine can help with your energy levels and enjoyment, and most importantly, mental health. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't have a consistent sleep schedule, and we're trying, but it is not going well. It's not going well. We stay up all night. We take naps. We basically anything that you're supposed to do to have a consistent sleep schedule, we do the opposite of. And that's just kind of our lifestyle. So I don't know how to fix it. I mean, obviously, I guess do the opposite of what I'm doing now, but it's not easy.
Did anyone tell you where the other wall is here? You have to do. Is it 2 separate walls?
What wall are we talking about? The crashy walls?
Yeah, this explodey wall.
Well, try over there.
I don't remember where the other one is. I don't think it's in the hallway. It could be, I guess.
This is hardly a surprise.
Have you seen the deleted scenes from Batman Forever?
Oh, which ones? I thought there's a bunch that haven't been released, but there was a lot of darker scenes that didn't make it into the movie. I've seen a couple,
Oh,
but
really?
a lot of it's not publicly released, I thought.
Oh.
A lot of it's like people have asked for a, recut of the movie for a long time.
Oh, my goodness. Somebody says, I'm never gonna get justice for being called a cunt within seconds of joining the Discord, am I?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Who called you that?
That's not very nice.
Unfortunately, there's mean people everywhere.
The wall is in the room off to the right when you spawn.
Oh!
Little Robin?
Really?
Won't last 5 minutes in here with us.
Huh, okay. So it's in here?
It's in the little room, somebody said.
Alright.
Have you tried opening your eyes?
I'm apparently not very good at it. So I'm in here.
Not there. Not there.
We're just going to let him see us. So here's the one wall.
Here's that wall.
I think I'm just blind.
I think you might be.
But you don't see it either.
This is hardly.
Oh, the bot called you a cunt. Oh, no, that's just, so, here's the thing with the bot. People who are a certain level, so we have levels when you talk in the Discord, and you can level up, basically, kind of like it's a video game. And what happens is, once you get to a high enough level, you can create your own bot message. And usually I'm the one who sets that up, and one person wanted to say, like, cunt. And I figured,
I've never understood that joke, by the way.
I don't understand it either, but I figured, whatever, it's harmless, who cares? So that's why the bot did that. You might have accidentally said some word that triggered the bot to say that.
Okay.
But the bot did not, nobody was trying to be mean to you. It's just, that's just a bot message that the bot does sometimes. Because, somebody wanted that, and they spent enough time in the Discord to get that special reward.
Why is there a guy right here?
Way right room.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Good job.
I'm gonna die now, but now I know where it is. So, normally, a little life hack, you know what you can do on these? Go on YouTube.
I always knew I was better
And there's people who have like a speed run of how to do it exactly because the enemies usually follow the same path, and you can just do exactly what they do.
Oh my!
But I was trying to figure it out myself because I haven't done this in probably years, like these extreme ones. I don't like the extreme Predator maps. I feel like the constraints they put on you are not fun to me. And it reminds me of like full sync in an Assassin's Creed game where it removes any semblance of freedom of you actually playing it. You just have to play it on their preset path they want you to take. I don't like that.
That sounds annoying.
Well, that's kind of what you have to do with this, though. Like, in order to do the challenge.
Hey, Jay and Jill, much love to you guys. I really enjoy hanging out with y'all and watching your videos. From the Governor for $4.99.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I thought there was gonna be a but there. Like, I enjoy hanging out with you, but
you guys suck.
But you guys are horrible people.
And nobody likes you.
I hope you die.
This place is ours.
Okay. We own Arkham City. Screw anyone else who thinks they do.
Huh?
Thank you. What are you, a thug?
Yeah. Alright, so I did... Did you see me fly very blatantly in front of that guy?
Yeah, and he didn't see you.
So that guy's down in there right now. So we're going to have to wait for that guy to move. Move, bitch! Get out the way. Hey, do you guys like the movie Hancock? Because I love this.
Hancock?
No, that's a orange YouTube movie I'm working on.
Man's little helper.
But no, this is a superhero movie with Will Smith.
Oh, no, I've never seen it. What's it about?
It's about a superhero kind of like Superman. Like, he has, like, powers that make him, like, unbreakable type thing.
Does Will Smith play Will Smith, or does he play the superhero?
No, he did an excellent job in this movie.
Oh, okay. I
Like-
just was wondering, because a lot of times he plays Will Smith in his movies.
Yeah, modern Will Smith movies are a little more lazy. Like, they're a little more like, I'm just Will Smith. But these are like... Did it work? But what? But they both showed up. Take down 2 henchmen with 2 different walls at once. I did it. There were 2 showing up on the thing, and I did it.
Did they get knocked down?
I guess it didn't give me credit for it.
I don't think they knocked out, did they?
If the 2 shows up, they should have been in position to get knocked down.
Oh.
So I'm looking...
Well, maybe they moved too quickly. Maybe you didn't press it fast enough.
I pressed it, like, very quickly. I pressed it very fast. You guys saw that, right?
I don't know. I'm drunk.
Anyway, I'm interested to hear if anyone liked Hancock or not. If you like... What?
Are you a Dragon Ball fan?
Yes. But just not... I haven't watched all of it. I, like, watched all of Dragon Ball and a bunch of Z. But I haven't seen everything.
Jack Stewart says he thinks it's funny when they show the video of Hancock throwing the humpback whale back into the ocean.
That is actually hilarious. You know, Hancock's... I love Hancock. I think it's a great movie. I think it's really fun. Rushed third act, but fun. Fun movie. Another great independent superhero movie. These are like movies that are... they're superhero movies, but they're like not with DC or Marvel Comics. So another one is Unbreakable. I love Unbreakable. That movie's great. That's another movie I highly recommend to people.
No way anyone's taking us out.
Somebody wants to know if you're going to play through Suicide Squad on the channel.
Nate wants to. Nate wants to co-op it.
Uh-huh.
So probably...
Mr. Enigma...
Enigma?
Gave
Careful
you
there.
$5. Do you guys want to...
That was a bad spot to have a random
I had a stutter. Mr. Enigma gave you $5. Do you guys think the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever will ever release?
I don't know. It's like the Ayer cut. People keep asking for it, and WB's like, huh?
Huh?
Yeah, have you guys seen the meme? Have you guys seen the meme of the cat, where the cat's just like, huh?
Huh? I like that cat. I like that cat because he's like, huh? And he's so cute and he's white, and I like him. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm very tired.
I don't think you said the N-word. I think you just had a stutter in the middle of the word Nigma.
I didn't mean to just say something that I shouldn't have by accident.
You didn't. I don't think you did. I think it's okay for people to have speech impediments.
I do have a speech impediment, though. Like,
Didn't
I
you have
don't
to
know
go to
what's wrong
speech
with
coaching?
No, Nate did.
Oh, you didn't?
Nate had to.
Nate did?
Yeah.
Oh, that
That
makes
was
sense.
Nate.
That does fit.
My parents wouldn't pay for me to get something like that.
Usually the school will cover it if you're diagnosed with needing it.
No, I didn't get diagnosed with it because I didn't talk in class.
Oh.
Because I had social anxiety. And nobody noticed or cared.
Were you telling me that you wanted to be done with the stream?
No, I was just telling you I had a little sleepy. And
Why can't I bash him?
I think it's because I've been sick for so long. I wish I hadn't been so sick for so long. I hate having flus.
No, I understand. Well, we can be done with the stream soon. This has been kind of a long stream anyway.
OG Edits gave $5 in New Zealand coins. Really love how Riddler and thugs taunt your chosen character in this game. Adds a extra detail of immersion.
Yeah, it's actually really fun. By the way, do you guys, so first off, I know not everybody is subscribed to the Let's Play channel. Usually I stream games like this over there. Those of you who are, do you see, like, the notifications when that goes up? Because I've noticed that there's always more people on the streams here than there. Like, even though it's the same thing, like, just playing a game. So that's why I'm wondering that, because I don't really understand what happened last time. Like, last time we streamed, I think we played Halo and some other stuff, and just nobody saw we uploaded the stream. Like, I got so many people afterwards sending me DMs or telling me, like, yeah, I never saw it, but I'll watch the VOD, or, like, you know, I never knew you streamed. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to only stream on this channel because it helps both channels to stream on them.
I want us to stream, like, every other time, like, on this channel and then that channel and then
But
this channel.
But what I'm saying is if no one's going to see the stream over there, it's a little frustrating.
No, I understand. A lot of people are in this stream, though.
No, I know. That's my point.
Javaris said I'm getting canceled, and Mr. Username said that I did it on purpose and you should divorce me.
I might. I might have to.
I'm subbed to so many channels that I don't even get notifications anymore.
You gotta unsub from every channel that's not run by me or someone I like.
I subbed, but the bell won't notify me. I never noticed you streaming on there, but I'm in a way different time zone.
That makes sense. Well, I actually leave my streams up for, like, people to watch after the fact if you want to. Oh, I know it's not the same, like, as watching it live, but there's a couple streams that have been, like, privated or, like, made for members or something later. It happens, but most streams are left for everybody. Like, they're just left up.
Me and a few friends are writing an Arkham Origins 2 together. Do you have anything you want me to add in? Like a silly gag or something?
Well, gee, I don't know about a silly gag. I think, though, that for me, my ideas with an Arkham Origins sequel would be not focusing on, but expanding the Catwoman relationship. Like, kind of like how she showed up in Blackgate. I think that needed more development. And I think it would be really cool to see Dick Grayson becoming Robin.
I'd like that. I think that'd be cool. I'd also like to see Barbara becoming Batgirl.
That's true. Yeah, there's a lot they could have done with that. And that's, I guess, Slick Moth made a good point. And I know people, like, keep hating on him because of his take on not liking some of the stuff around Suicide Squad. But he made a really good point about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. That whether the game is good or not, a lot of people wanted to see the Bat family. They wanted to see, like, Gotham Knights. A lot of people don't care for the fact that it was put in its own continuity when you could have reworked it. Mm-hmm. A lot of people wanted to see Superman. A lot of people wanted to see The Flash or Wonder Woman. They didn't want 4 or 5 Arkham games and then you jump to Suicide Squad randomly.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, the progression of it is not done well. Like, if you were going to do a shared universe outside of just Batman, you should have started building to that sooner. Like, with the MCU, you got Iron Man, and then you got a sequel to Iron Man, but then you started getting other movies, like the Hulk and, Captain America and Thor.
I think what they needed is they needed to have at least a Nightwing and Barbara Batgirl game, like one for each of them, and then lead into Gotham Knights in the Arkham universe, rewrite that game, and then they could do something like Suicide Squad after that. But I feel like the Suicide Squad game would have to be you playing as a hero, not playing as the Suicide Squad.
Which then is not a Suicide Squad game.
Wouldn't it be more like the Suicide Squad are like the villains you take down?
Then there's no point to them being the Suicide Squad, because the Suicide Squad is supposed to be like a group of unlikely allies that get together to fight a thing that they should not be able to win at, but they pull together to win.
That makes
So,
sense.
like, there would be no reason for you to have the
I guess that makes sense. It's a weird transition to go from always playing as the hero to then playing as the villains.
Right, yeah, no, I genuinely just think you could have... Okay, well, we have, like, Oswald up here. I think you could have very easily done it where you had a Superman game. I know it's not easy to make a Superman game, but I think they could have done it. I also think that making Rocksteady the only people in charge of the Arkham universe was dumb. Like, if you wanted this to be a shared universe, you need more than one company. This is my problem with the Insomniac universe, too. Spider-Man 2 was rushed. It can be your favorite game of all time, but you cannot look me in the eye, read the stuff Tony Todd said about most of his lines not making in the game as Venom. You can't look me in the eye and notice that, like, not notice that the symbiote arc was rushed and all this stuff.
I think it was way too rushed. You don't get the suit for long enough.
That's my point. And so now you're saying they should also make Wolverine, and then they should make Spider-Man 3, and then they should... It's like, no. If you're going to do a universe together with, one thing, and I love Insomniac, slow it down, do one thing at a time, don't be working on, like, 3 projects at a time, it doesn't work, and have more studios doing it than just Insomniac. And that's my thing with Arkham. If you wanted to build a universe, I'm sorry, but right after Arkham City... You should have brought in another studio, like what they did with WB Games, and you should have started working on, expanding the universe with another studio. And it seems to me a little bit like they did want to do that, but then they had issues with Arkham Origins, and then they just abandoned it, just made one more Rocksteady game, and then dipped.
That sucks, because I feel like WB Games did a decent job.
They did. They just didn't have enough time. It launched too glitchy on console, and it was being unfairly measured against everything around it, instead of being judged as the game that it was.
Gibby says he thinks that the tone for Suicide Squad is so different that it doesn't feel like the same universe.
That's the thing, is it does come across very different. So
he said
far,
it came across kind of Marvel-y.
From what we've seen, it does come across very different.
It's The Dub Gaming gave you $10.
Thank you.
Insomniac Spider-Man versus Arkham Batman. Who would win?
I mean, I think with the black suit, just Spider-Man wins.
Without the black suit, Batman wins.
Probably. See, I don't know, because they make them both like these geniuses who have tons of gadgets. Like, if you just had like comic Spider-Man, I think it's more of a fair fight, but they were very clearly inspired by the Arkham world.
I don't know. I think Batman would win because Batman is much more stealthy. Not to say that Spider-Man's not stealthy, obviously, but I feel like Batman has that kind of like edge to him where I think he'd be able to outsmart Spider-Man. But I don't know. I guess I'd want to see it.
Sorry, I was dying.
Let's see.
I'm starting to lose my voice, so we're going to wrap the stream up in a couple minutes.
If they want us to play as the villains, I feel like it would be like a Lego Batman 1 situation where you have 2 story arcs, one for villain and one for heroes. Oh, kind of like that Transformers game we played.
War for Cybertron.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
And Fall of Cybertron, I believe.
Yeah. That would have been a good idea. I would have liked that. I feel like that would be epic.
So you tired of talking?
Hey, what if they had Batman and the Suicide Squad team up to fight the rest of the Justice League people who got cursed?
Cursed?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What if, like, something's wrong with them. They look kind of cursed. I don't know. I feel like that would have been fun. And then you play as Batman and the Suicide Squad, and it's like a transition.
A transition, huh?
Into other things.
Ooh.
Yeah.
A liberal game. I like it.
Yeah. They should let you be Batman and Suicide Squad just to critical beat down Brainiac. Ain't nothing surviving that.
I'm not having fun on this one.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay.
I did notice the Batman sections of the recent Suicide Squad trailer were a bit darker compared to the rest of the trailer.
That's true.
I'm sorry, but no way Insomniac Spider-Man loses to Batman. He's too OP.
I mean, he is really OP, but I have a hard time believing Batman. Like, you drop Spider-Man and Batman in an alley with, like, no experience with each other. I have a hard time believing that, at the very least, symbiote Spider-Man doesn't beat him. Mm. I mean, like, maybe, you know, like, Batman... Like, the classic prep time meme. Boy, look at how bad the back of his haircut is.
Yeah, it does.
Never noticed that.
Yeah.
The classic prep time meme, though, like, I'm saying, like, Batman knows Spider-Man's coming. He, you know, then he could just, like...
He knows Spider-Man's coming?
Well, we all know.
Oh, no.
I feel like then it's a totally different story.
If it's a fight between who has the better taste in women, Batman wins.
Wow. Or whose girlfriend is hotter, Batman wins.
Mm-hmm. Girlfriends.
That's true, good point. Yeah, I don't know. I do think, though, that, like, if you're going for universes, you can't really rely on one studio. Unless you want to take 30 years to make it.
That's true.
Which is fine. If you want to do that, that's fine. Like, if you want to make 2 Spider-Man games, then a Wolverine game, then an Iron Man game, then another Spider-Man game, and you're okay with this all happening over 15 years, sure.
But when you split the studios up so much and then they're focusing on multiple projects at a time, that's when things get bad.
Yeah, things start to get rushed.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can't do it any other way. I'm sorry.
Insomniac Spider-Man wipes the floor with Arkham Batman.
Is that you saying that, or somebody said that?
Greg said that.
That's the thing. Is like it just depends on the situation. I'm not very good with, like, death battle questions, though, because it always becomes an argument of, like, who do you like more? That's my problem with it, is, like, it becomes a popularity contest, not a skill contest. Which I'm not saying about the person who asked it. I'm just saying that's how those conversations end up turning into.
Uh-huh.
Haven't you noticed that?
Yeah.
It'd be like, well, who would win out of, like, John Wick and Jesus Christ? It's like, well, I'm an atheist, so John Wick would win. It's like,
it
what?
depends on who I like more.
Yeah. It's like, well, no, that's not what we're asking. It's not a popularity thing, but it always becomes one.
I think Jesus Christ would win.
I don't know. John Wick did that thing with that pencil.
But yeah, I know he did that thing with that pencil, but Jesus Christ made a guy not blind no more.
That's true. But John Wick might not have died in his movie, and Jesus did die in his movie.
Yeah, but that's just because Jesus...
Wanted to die?
Yeah, Jesus wanted to die. He was just, like, tricking them, you know?
Jesus Christ OP?
didn't-
Jesus Christ for Smite?
He could have gotten out of that.
Smash Bros. Jesus?
Honestly, when I tried to play Smite, I was really disappointed they didn't have Jesus Christ in the game, and that's why I quit playing.
That makes sense.
Also, it took up too much room on my computer.
That was like a Brock Turner move, tackling a woman like that.
That was hot.
Just a little joke there. I'm not referring to any specific Brock.
My tummy's a little rumbly.
Ooh, you want to have dinner?
I want to warm up my sandwich.
Well, you should start saying goodbye to the chat, and
Okay.
we'll be done after this one.
Okay. Commando 4, John Wick 7's John versus Jesus. He took out a whole room with a crucifix.
Oh, man.
Oh my.
It has to happen in a Catholic church.
OG Edits gave us $2
Thank
in
you.
New Zealand coins. Wasted potential Hush in Arkham Knight.
Oh, yeah, terrible. Genuinely just a badly written story.
Adam Wang says, where was Jesus during Spider-Man 2? Is he stupid?
That is a very fair question. I think he was hiding out in a church with Doctor Strange.
Okay, I'm just throwing this out there. Anything that Jesus is in automatically becomes cooler.
How so?
Because Jesus is
What
like
about an adult film?
He's the ultimate superhero. Like,
What are you, like a televangelist here?
I'm just saying he's really cool. And they're making video games and animes about him now. I'm really into it. I want to get behind that. I want to play the video game. I feel like if you had an Arkham style Jesus Christ game, it would sell.
Press B to beat down sin.
And then the Christians would finally be in support of children playing video games.
They probably would find a reason to call it disrespectful or something. I remember when Jesus was in South Park as just a joke and people got mad.
I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
I love that in South Park, Jesus has his own talk show.
I do too. I love when they tried to make it like Maury or Jerry Springer.
I know, it's really funny.
I'm playing so bad because I'm hungry, tired, and losing my voice.
Jesus and Johnny Sins collab?
This is a bad way to end it.
I don't know.
That's okay.
Jesus isn't in Fortnite. All I'm saying, I want Jesus in Fortnite. Do you know how fast I would buy?
Who would they have
Jesus
to
in
pay
Fortnite?
though? The Pope?
Yeah.
Like, who has the rights to Jesus?
I don't think anyone has the rights to Jesus.
He's
I
a
think
public
they could just
figure.
put
I
him
could
in.
make a movie about him.
I'm pretty sure you could just put Jesus in anything, couldn't you?
Whoa.
I don't think he's copyrighted. Who could copyright Jesus?
I don't know. I'm sure Nintendo tried, or Disney.
Probably. Disney's probably trying to own like the entire church. They're like, you can't do that. You can't have the Bible in your movie. Only Disney can.
Only Disney can.
So I'm gonna start saying bye to people. Goodbye, Jack Stewart. Goodbye, Gibby McFlurry. Goodbye, Commando 4. Goodbye, Greg. Goodbye, Brendan. Mr. Username. Adam Wang. John Michael Barnett. MJ1 Media. The Walking Jr. Blazing Flame.
Hey guys, thank you very much for watching the video. The stream. I want to say a couple things really quick. I have to refresh the chat because for some reason mine glitched.
Bye, Javaris.
Before we actually leave, I want to say really quick, Jill is going to post one more time the 2 links to our channels, Degenerate Plays, which is where we play through games.
Here's
So
Degenerate Plays. I posted that one.
Listen to this real quick. If you like this style of like live stream and stuff that we did, we do this kind of stuff with Let's Plays all the time over there. It always helps us when people hang out, check it out. That channel doesn't do too well. We mainly do it for fun, but I appreciate it. The other channel I started was JayRPG, where I play, like, basically we make content on RPG games.
Link has been posted for that just now.
Things like Elder Scrolls, like Skyrim, Fallout, Fable, Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts. We're starting to post over there. So if any of that stuff is stuff you're interested in, appreciate you checking it out. Thank you to the new members. Thank you to the people who left super chats. That stuff helps a lot. I would like to start streaming again a little more consistently, like maybe once every week.
Matt James says, if only Adam West could play Jesus.
That's true. That would have been perfect.
Jesus Arkham City, where Hugo Strange says, I know who you are, Mr. Christ.
But I did want to say thank you to everybody for being here. I appreciate it. Video tomorrow on this channel about my game of the year. And also new video on JRPG soon. And we'll keep plugging away at Spider-Man and Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. So
goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
being
the
here.
super chats and being great.
Appreciate you.
Bye.